Good morning, gamers. I'm Lojevian, but you can call me Logan. And this is a bit that I'm doing at the start of Mediterrania Unrest. I was thinking about experimenting with the recaps for this because I'm trying to put this content out in 4 parts, right? We kind of talked about this. This is episode 3, and we're going to have one more a week from today, which is the 10th of July. We're going to have one more game after this on the 17th that may or may not feature all of us.
That's my birthday?
Well, then we'll have to do something special for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to TPK your party.
What? Happy birthday! No,
Roll a new character. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the release date for Session 4 of Mediterrania is the plan, because today we're releasing it on the 10th.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. I will do a bit of a recap just to get us up to speed here, but you guys, if you're watching episode 3, you probably watched episode 2.
Right.
So I'm not going to go over all of those details. I'm gonna save that for when we pick up the next 4-part session.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Great. I was just throwing it out there. Anyway, after briefly signing a contract with the Wizard Daedalus, which I've also forgotten. He's on the ship, but we'll need a mini for like a Dark Elf later.
Okay.
We can pull that out later. He's I think he was on. No, he's on Isla's ship because he went with you into the portal. Went with Winter and Isabella into the Feywild portal on the moon after being contracted to explore extraplanar realms by this Archmage, entirely too busy with, I don't know what they're laughing at.
I'm confused as well, but continue.
You've got a simulacrum of this Archmage Daedalus that runs Crete with you, currently working on some ritual spells, you presume, and the rest of you have regrouped and journeyed to the dark side of the moon, where you've encountered Xenia's revolutionaries.
Say hi, Bella.
You don't have
Say
to.
hi to everybody online.
We have no viewers. Thank you to all who are viewing. We really appreciate you liking or commenting.
Hope you had a wonderful 4th of July.
You know what I mean.
That was a good laugh for everybody.
We're just amateurs in the most.
We're doing our best here, guys. Bear with us.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Good times, good times.
Thanks, guys.
If it
Well,
helps you,
as
we
you're
remember.
Stargazer Cathedral,
Yeah.
you've regrouped and met up with what you've learned to be the 5 revolutionaries, as a 5th member has revealed themselves to Winter in particular, just as Winter decided to throw out some violence and attempt to stun the halfling Keith.
I left.
Yes. And we'll get to that in just a second, but
Right.
to bring us back into the game, the thing that we left off on was Garoth agreeing to pray to Artemis. So you step forward across. I don't have this section all labeled out, but you would have pews here, and then there's rooms that you guys have not been into, so I've covered them. But there's like a center walkway that you approached, and then a statue of Artemis at the top here, holding, like literally holding out the moon in this sort of gesture. With, I think I said there was a cornucopia in the statue as well on one hand. But as Xenia, the warlock, sort of sees. Attempts to pray, gets nothing, and then Garoth approaches. I'm going to describe what you see. And for this, I am going to sit down. We're going to get a little... I never did sit. There's lots of cat here, and we love the kitties. No sponsor today, but we love the kitties.
We'll have to take a video of our new kitten.
That'd be great. B-roll footage.
B-roll footage of
B-roll
Kebab.
footage.
So, what you see, Garoth. You pray to the goddess Artemis, goddess of the hunt and the moon, and associated with your sort of title, right? Keeper of the harvest moon.
Keeper of the
You
harvest.
said. What all does the moon see? You see history from the dawn of time. I'm not making you roll for this because you just get this knowledge here. You see the Titanomachy.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that if you encounter something in Mediterrania and you believe it is pronounced differently in the real world, that is also a correct pronunciation in Mediterrania. Just if you'd like to comment about that, you're not wrong. You can, if I'm pronouncing something wrong, it's just that there are multiple pronunciations in this fantasy world, okay? So the Titanomachy. You see the battle between the Titans and their children, the gods. A towering figure. First seen, a figure so massive, the maw alone is capable of devouring gods. None are spared this fate but one, who must rescue his family and defeat his father, imprisoning him until the end of days. Next you see a monstrosity made of negative energy. As the gods' servants aid them in battle, the fallen rise again to fight against their creators in unlife. This is another titan you see, just this monster that brings creatures back from the dead. Third, a titan perhaps as big as the very moon you stand upon. 5 massive draconic heads attached to a singular swollen body. The mother of chromatic dragons and Hydra King. A titan. The gods have to, like I said, save one has to save all the others from this terrible fate, and eventually the Titans are defeated. The gods and the servants of the gods lose many in this time. Second vision, your vision shifts. What all does the moon see? Further in time, but still your history. The Gigantomachy. These are real terms, actually, that I'm co-opting.
Say it again.
Gigantomachy.
Okay.
With like a CHY.
We're not mocking the pronunciation.
No.
It's not a mocking word.
Though the Titans lost their war, their creations were allowed to continue to live on Mediterrania during the First Era. These are the giants. As humanoids thrived, walking alongside Olympians during this time, the empire of the giants rose up against the creations of the gods. Fire, frost, cloud, storm, and stone were cast upon the humanoids, while Hecaton Kyries stood toe-to-toe with the gods. Those are the 100-handed ones. You see, like, monsters of flesh, these enormous beings that are arms on arms on arms, each wielding weapons and swinging them as just like...
And they're attacking the gods.
They're the ones that are leading the charge against the gods that walk among the mortals in this realm at this time. This is ancient history during the First Era. The Olympians are eventually able to end this war as victors, but many, many lives were lost during this time. And as your vision fades, you see the gods stepping back from the realm that they were promised and, like, creating a gate to keep the most massive divine creatures out. If that makes sense.
So they're setting up a buffer zone?
They're leaving the world and intending to never return. This kind of thing. The gods used to walk among the humanoid kind, but after the Gigantomachy, they will not. Final vision.
Wow.
The War of Troy. This
Okay.
is one of the answers to your question. What all does the moon see? You see the mighty coastal walls of Troy struck down by massive arcane golems, staggeringly large constructs accompanied by archmagi calling down swarms of meteors from the sky. Dwarves, known for their amassed hordes of wealth, respond with some of the most expensive magic imaginable. Athenians imprisoned forever, powerful warriors entirely immune to damage, cages of pure force used to rout foes and defend the king's castle. Inside said castle, the king does not lead his people, but conducts profane ritual so that when the defenses are broken and he is slain, his spirit does not move on. I love it. Well, that's out of character. Across the city, you see Athenians committing atrocities in the name of abolitionism. Slaves being executed if they did not rise up against their captors. Envoys, peace-seeking diplomats, and refugees slain for fear of infiltration. The ends justifying the means across an entire battlefield. And then across the sea, Spartan orcs move through portals and in trees to begin a siege of the sparsely defended Athens. And then at once, it's over.
I need to smoke. Wow. I obviously didn't write all that down.
Right, that was a lot. And if you took some highlight notes, I don't blame you. But we also have a recording of that.
Yeah, I'll have to go back.
Perhaps I'll
I'll
give
come
it
back
to
and
you
watch it
again.
with you guys for sure.
That'll be fun. So, yeah, you see like a flash, a flood of visions hit Garoth's brain, for lack of a better term, right? And these images pour out. Some of them, some of them sort of historical in nature that you glean to understand, but all of them with this sort of I guess it's a sense of Artemis seeing many, many complicated decisions being made.
Okay. Wow.
At once, Xenia sort of turns to you, sees you snap out of it, and goes, "And what did you see?"
I saw too much to explain at the moment.
Okay, here, I've got one thing. Just as an aside, as you guys are having this moment, I will mention that Winter and Keith are still sort of standing off. I'm actually tempted to have him roll like a wisdom save to see if he like blows his top, if you know what I mean. But oh god, that was so what she said. But as Winter's gauntlets his wraps start to bleed, we're gonna cut to Abyss.
What?
Because I have a question. So,
Oh, no.
when you left the cathedral,
Yes.
did you step up to the surface, or did you go all the way to board your vessel? You said that you left the cathedral, which would have meant you have gone up the stairs. But I'm asking, did you head that way? Did you head towards the Black Tentacle? Did you see the Shrike ship I'm attended.
You again.
After just being warned, I will remind you.
By who did I get warned?
Farkas was the strange figure. He was bald previously, but now he's got like
He's
a
the only
short.
One, he's the only one on the ship.
You saw him briefly inside, but that was after dimension dooring onto the ship. No, I'm just trying to ask. Right now, moon surface or on your ship? Those are your two options.
Okay, my ship.
Okay, so you boarded your ship and gone on. Because if you wanted to go to the strike ship from either of those locations, theoretically you can. But I wanted to know where your initial thought was after leaving the space. So as you're on the ship,
I remember that whenever they were talking, I was in a disagreement
right?
with the whole conversation between everybody, and I let you guys figure it out. I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So when I left, I didn't agree with what they had done before, even though they didn't hurt anybody.
So
They still destroyed a town, regardless. And just because the destruction was done doesn't mean that someone could not have gotten hurt in the process.
So, if my memory is right, I think you saw Winter throw that punch,
yeah,
and then you walked out.
yeah.
But you were having a disagreement with sort of the whole room. So as you're sort of on your ship, you're stewing over that moment, you hear something from your staff of power.
Oh boy.
There's a whisper in the air, and it goes, "Fight, bleed, kill."
Fuck, this is a staff of power. That's the only reason I'm looking at it like that, because like, Tony,
Yeah, boss.
did this thing talk?
I didn't hear nothing. Sorry, he's southern now. I didn't mean that.
Tony turned into
I
a
love it.
rebel.
Isn't he
I love it.
Yeah, he's
He's
supposed to be
Italian.
Tony from Texas.
I didn't hear nothing, boss. He's that like Italian American Jersey. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so bad at accents. I'm sorry.
Did your former master hear voices from this thing?
No, not to my knowledge. You found it with us.
He's kind of
I don't know, man.
That was good.
Yeah,
Because
boss.
I wasn't supposed to have it to begin with.
You don't hear anything else.
And
No.
this says kill, bleed,
It said fight, bleed, kill.
fight, bleed, kill.
I'll repeat myself. Yeah. So as that happens,
Okay, when
you're having
when
a
it
moment.
says that, I'm gonna be like, I already do that.
You don't hear any response.
Fight, bleed, kill.
The
Do I still see a boy on the ship over here?
you don't see anyone on the deck of the strike ship, but as you're sort of looking at the different vessels, you can see off in the distance, sort of like a setting sun, but it's the blue and green Gaia that you've just left. You're
Yeah.
on the moon, and you can see like the edge of the like the blue and green planet
Right.
disappearing, and then all of a sudden, at like extreme speed, like a three-masted galleon vessel appears in space about a mile from you, and it slows down.
Do helms connect with one another, kind of like a
They're only
What
on
are you doing?
for your shit.
so that's
Okay.
No,
a
you've got the limitation. It's this like space galleon that is coming from. I wanted to say.
Andromeda Galaxy.
That wasn't fun.
You can see some like some flags. It appears to be some sort of like a private vessel, maybe privately owned by a business or something. But you could see some like bluish flags on the ship at a glance. And just as you're looking over at that, could you make me a perception check?
Can I ask the staff, is that what you meant?
There's no response. Could you make me a perception check?
Yeah, one second.
A 19. Okay. So as you hear the thing from the staff, and then you look over, and there's a ship that approaches your location and is slowing down, but is still approaching at a slower rate. At the same time, you hear from like the cargo hold. Ding.
Then mine?
Yeah, you look around, and all of your crew is accounted for on the deck. They're actually in a shift change right now. So you hear something, and you look about, and everyone who's on the ship is accounted for.
I'll go down.
buddy.
Tony, get the ship ready. We're going up. Tell the crew, load everything, get on their stations. We're getting ready to go up. I'll be right back.
Should I say like all hands on deck, boss?
Go for it, Tony.
All hands on deck! Yeah!
I treat Tony so much better than his old master. Alright, I'm
So-
going down to my cargo hold like, okay, motherfuckers. I'll have the staff out in front of me.
Alright.
I always have it as my walking stick, so I
Right.
get the bonuses anyway.
So just as you're going through here, I'll go ahead and we'll go a little bit farther before coming back, because I do want to get back to the cathedral.
Right, yeah.
So you head down into the cargo bay. These we'll say the lowest one if there's multiple. I think the spaceship is pretty small.
It's got technically like 3 levels.
Yeah, it'd be in the base.
Yeah.
Here, and you're sort of looking around. You roll a 19 on that perception check. There is like a soft sound of shuffling behind one of the crates.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna
Light a fuse.
I'm gonna take my crowbar in the other hand. I'm just kind of bang it on the side.
Okay, so you bang your crowbar on the side of this wooden crate, right? And as you do, there's like the sound of the sound of the strike, and then there's like immediately after there's like a yelping sound, like ah! And as you move to the side, like falling from like a hiding position, you immediately draw your dagger in defense. There's this like at first you think it's a halfling because they've got like this like short red hair, like kind of a relatively big head, like I'd say green eyes,
Okay.
sort of piercing, and as you get a better look, no, it's like a 9 or 10-year-old human boy.
What?
And he's like on the ground, sees you like with your weapon drawn, just as an instinct, and he goes, "Please don't hurt me.
What are you doing here, kid?
I'm your biggest fan. My name's Rory, and you're Abyss, right?"
Yeah.
And we're gonna cut right there.
Yeah!
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, that. All right. Well, you threw me off. Congratulations. I was not ready for that one. But you guys noticed. I didn't kill the kid.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that you beat me by best. So, as you
Good
guys return to the cathedral, we could say that Garoth is. You could catch them up to speed on the vision or parts of the vision. I also did
Am I interpreting the vision right? That the gods were always on our side?
I think that's a valid interpretation of it. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's this. You saw time and time again that they were fighting to protect themselves or fighting to protect the
home,
humanoids,
right?
the
Yeah.
nations.
Okay. All right. Because I'm sitting there trying to put that all together. I'm like, Okay, it seems like they were on our side, or at least
So many bugs.
their best
Sorry,
interests
totally.
were our best interests.
Right.
Okay.
So,
No, I think maybe just to watch.
yeah, I think I will roll for the halfling Keith. I'm gonna see if he.
Spend it.
Right. I'm gonna see if he can keep himself calm.
I thought, well, I mean, he talked to me after I hit it.
Right.
He said he didn't want to fight.
I'll wait then. Yeah, you can see they're sort of looking around. What I will remind everyone just in this moment, because it's fun, that as Keith was assaulted briefly, he didn't respond at first, but only sort of Farkas moved in an aggressive manner. He didn't end up going to blows, but you watched as sort of Xenia and Lysandrix and Garak, the Slayer, sort of stood their ground and just played it cool, which was unusual. So as if you wanted to catch Xenia up and everyone about what you saw, I guess would you tell her about the things you saw Athenians doing?
Well, yes. I'm gonna just. I want to be truthful because she needs to know. She's the one who wants to kill all the gods. And
Right, allegedly.
they put. I want her to understand. They put distance between them and us, sort of as a protection for us. You know, they're trying to. It seems things were always after them, and by leaving our plane and going to different planes, they're leaving us to evolve in our own manners. But they do still help when we ask.
Who's to say this isn't this isn't the natural evolution of humanoid kind? That if they are to leave us alone, then we shouldn't be our own masters, make our own way.
I think that is what they wanted us to continue to grow, but I do not believe that they are going to be a threat to us. They're willing to help in many ways, but they want us to grow on our own, so they're not going to step in major instances, unless there's a major instance that's really going to affect everyone. They may step in to try to keep us from destroying ourselves if we're heading down that route. But they seem to be going on with their own destinies.
Well, I wish that they had not taken my husband when they did step in. It feels like this is my own path because Athena has made me this way.
Sorry.
She's tense. You're not there.
So
No,
when you lose something, it definitely hurts deep and it hurts long. And without understanding of why it happened, it makes it much worse. I totally understand I feel I understand what you're going, of what you're feeling. I don't know how to help you through it.
I
But
think as As a couple people sort of attempt to chime in there, there is the sound of the double doors from the entryway opening again as Abyss is preoccupied on his ship. A figure has landed. I'm sorry, it's not Tony. I forgot
Tony,
it.
don't
So you're
go.
over here with
Damon, I
Rory.
told you to man the crew!
A figure steps into the room. What you can see, it's a masculine figure, clean shaven with like short curly black hair and dressed in studded leathers. A spell tome accompanies him, held aloft by a mage hand, and a longsword is sheathed at his hip. All of these descriptors I just gave you are elegantly tied together by shades of royal blue throughout his appearance. You guys can pretty easily tell that this figure, whoever he is an Athenian citizen.
Okay.
And he steps forward, and immediately Xenia, who's about to speak, stops what she's saying and goes, "Marcos, you're here. Thank you. I didn't think you would be here so soon." And the figure, Marcos, replies, "Well, I got your message, Lysander." And points to the wizard who is still sort of floating there. By the way, I want to illustrate, just because they're floating with their winged boots, the moon is a little bit, I want there to be some moon mechanics. So if you guys want to jump into the air, you can do so at like a slower rate, like you would think an astronaut. While I have a moment, I actually do want to ask which of you elected to put on your environmental suits right now. Is it the three of you?
I wanted to test it out.
Okay.
I did too.
So does Isabella and
four of them. Four of you guys, and then Isabella, she's back on the ship, but yeah. You've still got the little sprite fairy with you at the
Do I
moment.
need it though? Being a construct?
It provides you resistance to like extreme heat and extreme
I found a misprint
so
here
you're still
Reed
susceptible
piercing
to
ram
like
on the squid ship.
stone being damaged in that matter. It's just it has to be really, really hot, right?
Right.
But I would say for Stu, you are physically you're okay for this, but I want you to know that it is very, very cold where you are right now, and the others are not feeling it quite like
You
Stu
see it?
is.
Okay.
it says the shark shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a
So,
misprint.
rules is written.
There's a misprint on the piercing around on the squid ship
Oh, that's funny.
because it yeah, let Rocky read it out to show
It reads, look, so this is the piercing ram, and then it says, the strike ship takes half as much damage and comes to a dead stop.
Uh-oh.
But if you compare that with the hammerhead ship,
Right,
it says the hammerhead comes to a stop
Right,
and
it
takes half
should
as
say
much damage.
squid, but it says strike.
You're going to damage the strike ship extra by
Exactly. I'm gonna hit it, but he's taking damage. I like this turnaround right here. This works really well for me.
Alright. So, as this figure is stepping into the room, I'd say Lysandrix sort of moves forward a bit, closer to you, Stu, and is just going to say, we've a good cause that we're fighting for here. I know it's complicated, but if you'll hear us out, we'd like to propose an alliance to this Marcos figure, but also sort of addressing to you guys as well. I think they're not getting the vibe that many of you are looking for an alliance at this moment.
Right.
But it's sort of addressed to the group, and as Marcos is there, Xenia is going to say, "You remember my husband, Eros? The Olympians took him from us before his time. he sort of.
How do you know that wasn't his time?
I suppose it can't be. I don't know. It's.
Maybe that's when the fates decided it was his time.
Marcos sort of responds. So you seek to fight the gods
No.
at Zen,
Oh.
and
Never mind, he's talking to himself.
the guy says to them after Isla pipes up and Xenia sort of stammers at your question. She responds to him and goes, "We only seek to weaken their hold on the realms, so humanoids might be their own masters." That's great.
It's our kitten.
Did you hear me? We don't seek to destroy the gods, only to weaken their hold. That's why we attacked the property. That's why we struck at the ley line.
But as I was trying to get across, is they are doing that on their own. They're pulling back.
I think Marcos, sort of in an agreeing tone with you, is like, she defends us. You would commit sacrilege against Athena? And Xenia sort of, Marcos says this, and then Xenia, before she can speak, another figure interrupts. Tharkus, this man with the scowl on his face, goes, "We've already made a lot of enemies. We need all the help we can get." And Marcos sort of looks at him in, like, no insight check required. He's in an unconvinced look. He looks at this guy pipe up, and he does not look happy or convinced by the argument. Does that make sense? So, as that happens, what do you guys do? Now, I will need an insight check, because all at once, the four of them, the revolutionaries, all look at Farkas, and he sort of backs off a little. Go ahead, and anyone who's here, make an insight check. 16? I was actually going to call it DC 15, so yeah. Is that enough with your bonus?
That's leaning.
Oh, I think it is low. Go ahead.
19.
Well, I rolled a 19. I don't know what the odds are to that, but
Well, I was looking for 15, so
That's
you can
wisdom.
call it on that.
yeah, I know, but I'm pulling it up.
I didn't get it.
Well,
So,
what type of check was it?
Inside.
Garoth,
Oh,
you're
inside.
sort of right. You didn't have a.
9. I had 18.
31.
I'm looking for a 15. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 18. Okay.
31.
So each of you succeed in this moment as there's like this shared eye contact. You realize that the five of them are in some sort of telekinetic bond. That as you're having this conversation, someone just said something. It was probably Farkas, and he backed off. If that makes sense. You get that on 31. That he got like barked at. Yeah. What do you guys say? If anything. I got more to say.
Oh. I was listening to the noises. Spooky.
Here, I'll go ahead. Xenia will follow up, addressing Marcos. She's moving closer now, flying forward. In Athena's name you went to war, but it was her plan that raptured the best of us. Come on, Marcos. Think with your sword. And sort of looks a little unconvinced.
Think
Again,
with
you
your
speak.
sword? Is that what she said?
Again, you speak sacrilege. Do you crave blood that much? No, that was so good out of character. Thanks.
I'm gonna move that direction too, following her.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay behind her a few feet though.
That's 20 feet moved. You're like 10
Yeah.
feet behind her here.
Yeah. Say, should I do a zone of truth on these guys?
You don't get counters.
Well, I'm going to do it as subtly as I can.
You're not a sorcerer.
Sprinkle a ring of salt.
Sprinkle a ring of salt.
Well, that's what you have to do for it. You have to make a ring of salt.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that when I used it before.
I don't think it has to be like around the people necessarily. I think it can be targeted, but I can't remember.
Maybe I need to put some salt around.
Salt this wizard. Seasoning.
Magic
human
salt.
being.
I am
What are you doing?
I'm the salt of the
Good
earth,
life.
baby.
I can make food. No, I do have a chef.
I'd say in this moment, sort of Lysandrix, who you guys know is Athenian, is sort of going to say as well. Please, Marcos, you followed us before. You know what it's like to take up a cause. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions.
Or Marcos, hear me out. It was all those people's time to go.
I'm tempted to believe the latter. You make a good point, though I do not know your name.
Introduce yourself.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not being tricked. You may call me Commodore Isla.
I am Marcos, the sword singer. It is an honor, Commodore. So at this moment, sort of, Sandstone is, I'll say he'll like rush forward, I guess past you in this moment, but he's sort of flying. He descends, I'd say, and he's going to say, "Come on, Marcos, make up your mind already. Are you with us or against us?" And Marcos is going to look at you all, look at the 5 revolutionaries, and says, "If it's an ultimatum you offer me, I will not take it. Fight your war, but I will not partake." And he walks out. Ooh. Just as you guys are sort of making your case, making introductions,
Don't fuck up my
he was called here for a certain purpose, like you guys, and he spends.
Made his choice.
Yeah, thank you. I guess at this moment, Xenia, who's sort of been floating there, sword is still sheathed, goes. Best approximation. You know what I can do? And then is going to begin to move towards the exit. As she approaches Winter, she looks right at you and says, if your family has been threatened, like you claim, then I will spare this place for all our sake. Stand in our way again. Well, I will simply say I pray that whoever has commanded you to do this does not demand your will further. Don't get in my way again.
Xenia, think about what you're doing.
I want to put it here when she looks back at you.
Don't let revenge take over your heart.
I'm sorry, but that's all that's left there now. And she leaves. As the others sort of turn, they're like, I'd say the kobold is like, we should probably. But they're gonna sort of move, and as Keith is going to like take up the rear, if that makes sense, I'm just doing this for fun now. As Sandstone sort of turns and then moves towards this door, and is about to step through that door. So as Keith turns around, we'll say at this point. Yeah. Keith is at the door, looks back at you, Winter, and says, "Whatever's between us, you and me, just know that the Silver Lotus isn't involved in my plan. This is me doing my private work. So, I hope it doesn't come to blows again. But if it does, just know that Lotus won't be affected." I think I just blinked there, but he winked. I'm bad at winking. When there's pressure! No, we're having fun tonight. So he sort of looks at you, says that, turns, looks past you at like these two doors, and says, "You should check out the archives. There's some old records of planetary locations in there."
I don't know how.
There you go. So he walks out past. You look over at sort of the doors that he was looking at here, and does anyone follow Farkas into this room?
I will stealthily.
Ooh, okay.
This is kind of hard.
Make me a stealth check. I'm gonna look up his passive. I think it's balls. Don't worry.
Oh,
That was a great.
And you can't roll lower than a 10. Oh my gosh.
From the cookies.
32.
Did you hurt yourself on my cookie?
I can't even beat that unless I roll in that 20. So, as you stealth right behind Farkas, he closes the door most of the way, and you're able to sort of like, you're able to catch it before the door closes, which would make a noise, right? So you catch it, and it kind of just appears as though it goes all the way shut, and you're able to move stealthily through the space. What you see, and all of you have dark vision because of the goggles that you've been given. It's a dormitory of sorts. Looks like some place where perhaps monks used to stay. You're not entirely sure, but as you look in, there's Farkas still there. He only gets like this far because you're so dang stealthy. You can be in here and he wouldn't know right now. There is a second figure in this room. I'm not going to put a mini down because I don't have an appropriate commoner mini. This figure, as he steps into the room, you hear like a woman's voice go, "Please don't hurt me." And he goes, "Relax. We're going." And it sort of moves over to this bed, and he's going to get ready to cast a spell.
Do I hear this?
Do you want to
I'm
stealth
the
up
only one
here?
over there.
You can make a stealth check.
I'll check
Don't
it.
fucking expose me though.
You sure you should?
Oh,
I'm a rogue. This is my shit. It's sticking around. I have a plus 19 to myself.
if you don't want me, just.
I wouldn't. Let me do it.
Okay.
Is that your 20th level rogue or this one?
This might be the wrong rogue actually.
You can keep the 32.
Are you using the right one?
Nope.
Ah,
I wasn't
those-
everything else.
Those high rolls over there.
Have all been because she's
It's the first one. I think she rolled a 9.
No, she rolled
the
a 31
insight.
insight check.
How did we not figure it out after that?
Yeah.
I just thought rogue
We're only level 12.
Rogues are pretty good, but
I
not
was
like
looking
getting
at my
level
numbers
12.
though, and I'm
I
like,
still rolled
yeah,
a
I
pretty
don't
high
know
number.
if
I
can
rolled
do
a
that.
21 or 22.
And the previous one was a 15.
Anyway, oopsies.
You beat his.
Alright, okay, okay.
They dimension door and vanish.
Counterspell.
Home.
Really?
Shit.
shit. No, why would you?
That's what I said was happening.
Oh,
That only
no.
has somatic components, so it doesn't have verbal. It's interesting. No, I will not. He's too surprised for Tides of Chaos. I rolled a 14 to save.
17. I'm on the right character. You need a 17 to save.
Because the other one doesn't have a. Yeah. So, as he speaks the command word, there is like an abjurative force from the Kraken Blade Rapier, and he turns around and sees your weapon drawn.
Mm-hmm.
And goes, "Don't get involved."
Leave her here.
No,
Why?
I was gonna confront him too.
I didn't take her.
And where's she from?
She goes, "Crete." He gestures threateningly, but doesn't do anything.
Shit.
Let me take her back to Crete.
Make a persuasion check.
I was gonna confront him too.
We can say you're walking through the door right now.
All right.
I'm gonna roll this.
I don't
You
know
hear
about
something going on and you investigate.
27.
Whoa!
That beats the 12. Subtle spell dimension door alone.
Oh.
He
Okay.
moves.
I'm gonna run up to her and is she shackled?
Does not appear to be.
Okay. Help her up. I'll help her up.
Oh my god, thank you.
Are you okay?
I think so. Little battered up.
It's gonna be a minute till I get back to Crete, but I will keep you safe and out of harm until I can get you back to Crete.
You get a second shift.
Make a persuasion check. She's gonna insight check you.
Well, it's true. That's the truth. I'm not lying.
Or
She does not.
She can follow.
I just asked.
13.
I rolled a 13 plus 0. So your persuasion check succeeds in this tense moment. Okay. Anything, just keep me away from those two.
Okay. Fair enough. What were they doing to you? Where'd that come from? Where'd that idea come from?
Did I say that out?
They made me pilot the Spelljammer.
You're a spellcaster.
A novice.
That's okay. I'm not doing it. Chill out. It's okay.
So Winter, you wanted to head towards the
The
archives?
archives.
Can I loot the room? Is there anything in the art room?
Not in this room of importance, unfortunately. It just looks to be sort of beds and like a space for people to rest in. I'll go so far to say is they're bunk beds. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the other one here. Just it just displays a basic records room. But the point is that you haven't been in these three.
Did you say there was such an Aries?
In the waiting room outside,
Waiting
there,
room.
or in the entry chamber, there are the statues of 13 gods, and then the 14th is in the cathedral proper.
Aries is one of those, right?
Right.
I want to go out there and look at it.
Okay.
Just kind of study it.
You sort of pass by Isla, sort of helping this woman up out of the dormitory, looking through the area, and as you sort of go over to the statue of Ares, you can see this like large sort of stone carved helmet. It's like a sort of hoplite helmet with like a single space in the middle, like a T space where the face would be.
Yeah.
There is like a sword sheathed, and he's holding it with one hand, and then in the other there is a shield outstretched, kind of like a buckler. And before him, you can see that the space for offerings at the altar is empty, but there are like stains of blood.
Oh, okay. Alright. I want to sit down in front of it and kind of just close my eyes. Not really meditating, but just thinking.
Okay. Stu sort of
Thinking about it.
sits there.
Yeah. More about his orc past and just being a part of that group.
Right.
People.
I feel like if you don't reach out, there's not a moment where you feel like a godly presence or see a vision or something. But as you're like thinking on your past, you can't help but like your mind keeps flicking back to the memories of the world tree. You have like every time that you're thinking of something bad involving the tribe from like the orcs that you grew up around, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, here's your memory back by the world tree, or like as your your mind flashes to like drills that you had to do as a child, like military drills that the orcs just have to do in Sparta, and all of a sudden your mind thinks of walking the forest, the ancient elvish forests that grow deep like oceans, in search of the legend, essentially, right? Your mind just keeps having this weird back and forth where you have like these bad memories and then these like calm memories. Winter, you can see in the record rooms as you sort of go through, there are some already laid out on like desks that are accessible to people here, and then there's like books and documents lining shelves all across the 3 walls here. As you look around, you can see there are like a couple of these sort of elvish star charts that are they're made in this like sort of really, really fine like vellum paper that's enchanted to be transparent. And you can see that there's like these markings, and then there are a couple of locations. This map has a couple of locations that are set up by the stars. Hold on. I'm trying to remember which direction my planets were. Here we go.
That's yours.
Yep,
You can
that
see
is.
there's like a site on the planet Demeter, and then also a site on the planet Athena that are marked with these star charts on this one here. And then as you search other spaces, because you've got a ridiculously fast movement speed, so you can like investigate this room in a sort of speedy way, right? You can see that there are charts as well that have there is a mark of some sort of portal on Ares, and then there's one on Hera, which is not part of your contract, but there is there's a marker by Dionysus, where there's like, that one looks like some sort of a vault, and so did the one from Demeter actually. And then there's like this sort of star chart precise location of some sort of a temple of the Order of Unyielding Faith on Poseidon, and that one rings with familiarity, but it's more precise than anything that you've seen before.
Okay.
You gotta go find out what's going on.
Yeah, I gotta see what she's doing.
Since this is a church we're in, do they have anything on actual gods?
Yeah, there's some documents on like lore of the gods, historical documents. There is there's one sort of religious tome that you look at, and it talks about stories of gods performing miracles and going on quests in the ancient times of the First Age, like documented myths, essentially, of these gods walking on Gaia in mortal, next to mortal.
Specifically, is there anything on the risk giver?
Are we gonna take a break soon?
Yes, I was just thinking that. Roll me an investigation check to see if you can find something on.
We should invest now. Investigation sucks.
The
Roll 20.
spirit with you is gonna tap and give you guidance.
Okay, so I get
Can I tell a joke real quick?
Sure.
Alright, so my right nut said to my left nut, don't talk to the guy in the middle because he's a real dick. But
Does a 14 find me anything?
Oh, the 14. Here. I didn't want to set it too high.
And the guy around back's a real asshole.
right?
Sorry.
Just talking straight fire. Dropping straight bars. What am I saying anymore? You sort of look through. You have to look into this space.
On the other side.
Right, you're able to like zip between
I have
record
60
rooms.
movement speed.
Is that 60?
I can move 60 feet in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you can dash, and then you can step with the wind dash.
So I watch him run across in front of me here.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I'm just a blue bird.
I'd say there is one book that you're able to find. You haven't been able to search through it yet, we'll say, but it has the title is like Fae and Other Stories. Fae and Other Fables. I like that better.
I'll make sure to remember the title.
Garoth, would you like to check any of the other rooms?
Oh, why not? I'll
I think
take
he
that.
said
You know
he
what
was
I'm
going
gonna
to
do?
do this space, which means I'm going to move them out.
Alright, 1 or 2, I'm gonna go to the room on the left. Or 1, 2, or 3, room on the left. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, room on the right.
Like that? Okay.
Room on the right it is.
You step into this room, and it's an empty bunk space again. This looks to be a place where monks would stay. Right?
There
Can
are
I
like
go in
she-
this one? Oh, sorry.
is there like shelves above the bunks or anything where they might have some personal idols or something?
There is, but you don't see any anything left behind in this case. Looks like.
Well, I wouldn't waste time looking under the beds.
Here, I'll say for a moment here, you can look at the statue
Yes.
of Artemis.
Ah, statue of Artemis.
Oh, here's a little bit of that.
Of course.
Would you push this team combo?
Yes. Little dice in there.
Stinky.
He's like, I need to know what size shoes you.
Okay, so
I almost rolled dice everywhere.
I'm trying to see
I don't
if you
have
did
it
though.
prepared right now, but as you look at the,
No, I
I'm
think
gonna
it's funny.
build this on the fly, and then we're gonna do something cool. As you look at the statue, you can see that it appears to be holding out the moon because you look again, and there is literally like a moon carved out of metal that is attached to the statue. And you look over it again, and you feel this this moat. Heroic inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can get that out. Now you got it.
I've got it.
What is that?
Okay.
From the prayer, there's a moat of heroic inspiration, and you see this like metallic moon attached to the statue.
Yeah, that's great.
It's you reach out expecting it to be like lodged and wedged into the stone hand somehow,
Right.
and it comes free.
So I
This is lightweight,
lightweight.
sturdy.
I inspect it closer. See
You look
if
over, it's maybe like this big.
So this so the globe it's a
Right, it's
like the
it's
moon.
like a circular moon, and
Okay.
you look over it, and on the back there's a handle and like an arm strap.
Ooh, I kind of like this.
And as you look at it, the symbol that you've drawn on your shield,
Mm-hmm.
the cornucopia with the bread, there's like a flash of moonlight,
We got some
and that
tomorrow
symbol
corn, so I got
appears on this shield that looks like the moon.
Man,
I didn't expect
Thank
to put
you.
gas in it too.
meter.
And right now it's consider it a sentinel shield, but this is just uncommon. It also gives you a +1 to your armor class on top of these benefits,
Okay.
and it is something that might become mightier.
That's awesome.
Mightier than the sword is the pin.
This shield of the moon would require it
Just
to.
the pin is
It's going to do more than just that.
Okay. All right.
I'm
gonna
toying with a thing
take
called
my time and write this down real good.
You said something about
Yeah.
just for fun, I'm going to let you.
Try it on.
Well, you try it on, but also you look into this room here.
Okay.
It's a confessional.
Ah.
There's 2 doors. There's a little screen. Yeah, there's no one in here, but it's just a confession.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you said a
And you got me
confessional.
too.
Yeah, I thought
I'll
there would
look
be.
in that
It's a
one.
cathedral.
I haven't seen the tank top. I don't
So
know
when
if
you
approve.
go into
I
this
haven't
room,
I promise the tank top's
there's
not
like
bad.
a magical runic circle on the ground in this room. It's otherwise empty, but there's like these glowing purple runes.
I did a rune of teleportation.
You can make an Arcana check.
I love how this is gonna stop us going over the cat. Why is he sitting in the middle?
Oh, it's a natural 19.
Why is he sitting in the middle?
22.
You look at these runes, you're like, oh, is this like a wizard's teleportation thing? No, it's not giving conjuration. It looks to be some sort of like clerical, evocative, divine.
Can I
runes.
holler for
Evocation circle.
Finn's character?
You know what
Yeah.
size?
Geralt!
Gareth, I found a clerical thingy.
Me?
Yes.
Eight
Coming. Coming.
Aren't there people in here?
If I need,
They've left now.
Oh.
if I have to go a 9, I'll go a 9.
Yeah, it's just you guys now.
Don't forget I can't get any
And this
messages or
other
anything.
strange woman
That's
that
why I
is with
have
Isla.
guys.
Yeah, who's gonna ask about that? Because I've just been busy reading.
You guys kind of get a vibe. She looks like some sort of sorceress.
Cool.
So, Geralt, if you want to make me, you can make me a religion or arcana check, but you can do so with advantage. Those are intelligence-based skills, but I think one of them, I don't remember which cleric option he went with, but you might have a bonus to your
harvest.
religion. Did he go with like heavy armor and martial weapons?
Yes.
That's what I was. let's do
Martial
this real
arts,
quick, and then
yes.
we'll have basically explored this Stargate Cathedral.
And then I get to go with the child.
Yeah, sure.
What? Are you kidding me? That's just horrible. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Well, this one's rather
Here's
low
your
stakes,
heroic
so
inspiration.
I was gonna say you don't need to waste the heroic inspiration. You know what?
I'll look at it again. I said that just doesn't. No, I can't because that's not the way that works. I just.
What was your Arcana? No.
Oh,
So
my
you,
Arcana?
what was the
I got a
total
plus.
for Arcana or Religion?
I got a +1. Religion.
So
yeah, which is weird.
you're looking at it, and these runes are entirely foreign to you. And as Isla sort of looks at you, not processing it, she says some sort of divine, runic, it's like godly magic
Yeah.
happening here. So do you want to try and just pray on it, or to commune with it, or
Yeah, why don't I commune with it a little bit?
like you like sort of kneel forward? Do you enter this space or no? Like I said, it doesn't look to be any sort of teleportation.
Right. I close my eyes and I say, Demeter, protect me. Yeah, protect me and guide me. And I go into the circle.
You step into one of these circles, and yeah, it feels like this sort of warm light. It like you've stepped into a warm patch, and it's where the sun has been has hit you for the first time in a while, right? You sort of get like an innate understanding of this. With these runes, from this symbol, once a day you can cast a cleric spell without expending a spell slot.
Okay.
So if you have a spell prepared that you want to cast right now that would last a while, or a spell that would help you learn something, you can cast one of them for free with this thing here.
Alright, let's see.
It only works for clerics. If you want, we can go to a quick break and you can think about it.
Yes. Yes.
Does that sound good? We'll be right back. We're back in. Finished with the cathedral. We've explored it for what opportunities it holds. You guys elect to return to the ships as the revolutionaries and that Marcos guy are done. As you're doing so, Isla reunites with Daedalus's simulacrum. At the same time, Winter with the familiar reunites with Isabella with Alexandria. Right? We'll get to that in a second, but first I want to resolve this Rory kid.
Okay. What are you doing here, kid?
I thought I could sneak onto your ship and then get like an autograph or something. I heard about what you guys did in Delphi, where you fought those like monks, and they were like monks of the dragon or something, and it was so cool.
Alright, fanboy. Look here.
I went to the village to get your autograph.
I didn't realize that you would take off.
Do you understand the magnitude that you've become part of?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I rolled an at one, so I believe that he has an idea.
He
of
has
what
the gumption.
Alright, well, if you're going to be part of the crew, show me what you can do then.
Oh.
Because I hate to tell you, where are you from?
I'm from Crete.
Well, we're a long way from Crete, buddy.
He pulls out a stick. He like pulls it out like he's unsheathing a sword.
I'm going to try and take it from him.
Roll an athletics with advantage. Athletics or acrobatics.
1,
I'll go with
2.
acrobatics. That's 11 plus 9. That's a dirty 20.
I rolled a 14 plus 0.
Okay. So I
You
grab
take
the
it.
stick. You're gonna have to try a little harder than
This is a level 1 character in like a level 12 place. This is not good.
This is so unfair.
I can, my paw taught me how to tie some knots. I can, do you have sails?
that.
What do you need done? I can,
Here, one moment. I'll sign this. I'll engrave my name in the stick for him. Hand him the stick back. Tell him to follow me.
He's never washing this stick again.
I'm gonna bring him up back and I'm gonna be like, look, this is what you got yourself into, as he sees the crew getting all kinds of shit ready and everything.
so you know how I described the planet Gaia sort of like setting in the distance
Yeah.
on the moon horizon before? He fixates on that, and he's wide-eyed, like immediately all color leaves his face. He's like,
Oh yeah, guess what, kid? You see that ship up there? That's where we're going. You might have to fight too.
Give him to your cook.
so
Cool! You see that speck on the earth? No.
I don't know
that's
if I can
your
find-
town.
I'm gonna roll an insight to see if he really thinks this is cool or not. A natural 20.
it's like it's like an and like he's like almost shitting himself, but he also thinks it is very cool.
I'm gonna give him.
He's
Hey,
like
give him
trying to
somebody-
process
somebody bring this kid a
the
dagger.
air situation.
Hey, I'm gonna have one of the crew members bring him a dagger. I'm gonna be like, equip this and be ready to fight.
Sir, you can't be serious.
I mean, if he's gonna pull his weight around here, he was down in the cargo hold.
That's
The
your
guy.
captain.
It's a level 1. I think you said level 1 fighters were on your ship. So this guy, you don't know the name. He's a level 1 fighter, and he looks at the kid, and he takes up the dagger. He's holding a dagger, right? Flips it in the air, catches the blade side, and then hands him the hilt.
Okay.
And the kid takes it, says thank you, and holds it unsteadily.
Alright, now go to my quarters, shut the door, and don't come out for any reason.
Am I left-handed or right-handed?
Sure, kid. Go wait.
He's ambidextrous.
Go wait
Right hand.
in the thing
He doesn't know that
until
right
all
now.
this is over. And if you never see me again,
That's the
just
correct
remember,
answer.
I'm dead. And you have that stick.
That stick is a lot now.
He does as he's told.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
He runs to my quarters, slams the door. Alright, he's not scarred.
This is gonna be the best 2 months of my life.
I'm gonna get to a thing because I wanted to.
Locked in his-
Winter.
Oh, okay.
The 4 of you reunite as I've described, and as you sort of like greeting your family, right? The pixie, sorry, it's a sprite, not a pixie, on your shoulder like floats over and sort of gets in a position to address the two of you with Isabella. Suddenly, a voice that is not hers, the pixie's a girl, comes out of her mouth, and it says, "You have done well to stave off the violence of the revolutionaries, Winter."
Is it possible for me to have told Tony to take one?
Can
Well,
tell
you would
me
have
to
needed.
take off?
Would you leave Garoth and Stu behind? Because they weren't far behind you.
Okay, they weren't far behind.
Oh, we
I
missed
see.
the spell room though.
Oh,
It's on the other
so
side.
running over to your
We'll
ship.
get to that if you want.
Throw
if you want to
the
cast it.
rope
We-
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Throw the rope over. Run! Sorry, we were having a funny
Oh,
moment. We
they're
were
good.
saying if I was to take off and they were running, boss, hang on, throw the rope over, run!
So what you see is that you guys throw the rope over, and Stu and Garoth go, one, and like vault into the air with like this lunar sort of arc. As the ship begins to move, they jump in this large arc and catch the ropes.
That's great.
Uh,
That's cool. Well, at least we're in the air.
So, now that we're with a new battle map, I will describe when you guys are on the moon, and perhaps on the other side of the portal, I don't know. When you, if you choose to, you can essentially jump a flying distance equal to your walking speed.
Oh, okay.
But on your next turn, you descend in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
you have a fly speed, and then on the next turn you have to come down.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But
That's some
it's
pretty good wings.
proportionate to, yeah, right. If you have a fly speed, then you can stay in the air.
Right.
But anyone else can jump up, and then they'll end their turn up. Because that'll be fun. But yeah, for anyone that has a ridiculous movement speed, that's how high you can jump.
Right.
So, as you guys take off, this location is actually navigated. It's marked on a map, so you don't have to make a survival check to find it. But you regroup. I'm sorry. We were having the conversation with the the Archfey.
They just
The-
jumped on my
The Fae says that was really fun. I understand the nature of us Fae is to not be bound, and so I cannot bind your will anymore, monk. But know this: if you yourself bring harm to one of these sites of power, something I deem too beautiful to break, you will draw my ire.
Okay. That's all you have to say for
That's all you
yourself.
gotta say.
Just, okay.
Already then.
I'm just playing.
Well, I
I'm just
mean,
playing.
there's really not much else to say except like, if I harm them, then it draws her ire. But if they were to do it, I know one person Winter is caring for is safe.
Yeah, as as like this essence leaves the little sprite familiar, it senses return. It goes, "What just happened?" And Isabella looks at you and is like, "You fulfilled your bargain."
Seems I have.
Now it's just up to us.
Yes. Focus on work. For the time being.
Good work, Mia boy.
The work we've been paid to do.
Oh, okay.
Did you forget why we're even in space?
I was
I'll say
thinking about
awkwardly, the simulacrum approaches. I've discovered an additional use for this plant we've found. Isla is sort of overhearing this as well. If we had a large enough sample, I think maybe 3 of these leaves, it is the material component for. Oh shoot. Alright. No, you already got those.
Let me
3 doses can be used as material components for the Greater Restoration spell. I'm glad I picked up 5 leaves myself. Perhaps I should give them to our cleric. He is on the other vessel.
Just next time we land.
Yes, I'm on the vessel. I don't know anything. I know
No
nothing.
one else came to the Feywild.
I guess I'll just look at you guys and be like, well, I didn't know how long you guys were gonna be, so guess what we're going to do? Look at that.
When we arrive, we should.
Next time, wait for a scan.
I can ritual cast us a telepathic bond. I believe that Abjurist Tony can do so as well.
Way too powerful. But he uses
Yeah.
Tony likes pizza.
powerful ignorance.
He's like, 6th level spells, I can help my buddy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Roscoe, you might want to make that a little,
So you guys are able to, the Megalodon flying just past, or just behind the black tentacle, you're able to sort of leave a mile from the ground and then quickly travel above at an intense speed until arriving at this sort of, it's like,
That's not where I was going.
where are you going?
I was going to the ship in the sky.
Well, the ship in the sky landed,
Right.
and then he left.
He's not here anymore. Bye bye.
That's the whole reason I told everybody to get the ship ready.
Well, you got distracted by a kid.
But I brought him my. Okay.
He's gonna just say
Okay.
bye bye.
My
You look
ship.
over, and yeah, the.
That was
So
the whole
I'd
reason.
say as these two are boarding, you guys see Abyss like, wait, we were going to leave that fast, and
Right.
you guys can relay to Abyss what happened in the cathedral,
Blah, blah, blah,
where
blah, blah, blah.
this
Yeah.
wizard walked in and was like assaulted with a persuasion check, and then it didn't go in their favor, essentially.
Right there. That were your shoes.
So anyway,
So
they were
Abyss.
called in to join the
Yeah,
group.
Abyss, what you learn is that Xenia asked that guy, the person on that ship, for
Lady?
for an alliance, and he was like, no.
He left.
Alright, cool. Sounds good to me.
And we're back.
I didn't like those guys anyway, that's why I left.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Just-
Okay, so now.
That was quick.
Now we're on the way to the
On
other
the
side
same
now.
page? Good.
Alright, we're on the way to the other side.
So in that time, Isla's able to board her ship and get ready. You can see Isabella's still manning the helm. Yeah, I guess now, like I said, the two of you take off, get a mile apart, and then travel at your faster speed, because it's the only way that makes sense, to arrive at this village.
By the way, guys, there's a kid on board.
What'd you do with him?
He's in my quarters. I told him not to let anybody in except for me.
You left a kid in your private quarters? This is gonna take like forever.
Well,
He's a kid.
when I came up from the cargo hold where he was, I was expecting to go fight something that's not there anymore.
Tony goes,
Really?
"Don't worry, that
Oh.
that whole room is locked and trapped. All
Trapped?
over."
We hear, ow! Fuck!
Tell Tony to go protect the kid.
What all did you love?
All you hear is
Tony?
all you hear is a poof.
Well, I put arcane locks because that's what I'm good at.
Okay, so he's not gonna die. Okay.
But I also put glyphs of warding because that's what I'm good at. I'll go make sure he doesn't trigger the glyphs of warding.
You
That kid's
have
gonna
to
be
drive. I'll
bloodstained
go
to the
check.
wall.
Let's go check on the kids, you guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
just for fun, the
I'm
kid
gonna
is
go with
totally
you.
fine right now.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not fighting the ship that's not there anymore.
You go talk to the kid too.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
said-
this kid.
Come on, kid.
I give him a dagger. He's good.
He's gonna
So,
try and attack
I'm gonna show him around the ship.
Oh, the little fucker knows his way around the ship. He got into my cargo hold.
Whoa, you look so cool.
Thank you.
What are you?
I'm a cleric.
Time to show your worth.
Oh,
Try and stab me.
sorry.
There's nothing, nothing to be sorry about. Come with me.
He didn't hear it.
What-
No one heard
so
it.
I'm gonna take him around. I'm gonna ask him what kinds of things he
Damn it,
knows,
that would've been
what's
so
his
cool.
background and stuff.
I keep up with all the adventurers. I'm subscribed to 47 adventurer magazines in Crete.
Is he gonna know who I am?
The news stove.
We'll find
not
out.
gonna
I put I accidentally overdrafted my mom's gold
He's
card
from Crete.
because of
Other years
all the
you would know that
subscriptions.
because we were talking to that one chick.
There's a
that
gold
said-
card?
Well, this is your lucky day. You're going to learn to become an adventurer.
Right. Your first lesson is, I'm the captain. I need you to show your worth stabbing.
What?
Don't do that. He may be
It's
the
okay.
captain, but that's not
We
true.
need to see what he's worth. Just let it happen. I can heal you. You'll be fine.
You can heal yourself.
So,
Well, then you can heal yourself. Let's see what
I-
I can do.
Make an intimidation
I
check.
don't agree to these.
DC
I
12.
don't agree to this.
It's a DC 12, low
I-
stakes.
I knew that in front of the kid. I'm
so
like,
I thought
Keep
we were
going.
trying to do
I back up
that
from the
like,
kid and stuff. I'm just gonna, yeah, let's see how
Roll
the
a
kid looks.
natural 17.
What's your armor class right now?
My armor class, just standing there.
Yeah.
18.
And I told him
I don't
it's
have my-
okay,
I
we're
don't have
gonna
my
see
shield
what
out
he's
at the
made of.
moment.
I'm not doing
He's
this.
not even gonna have a big plus.
I'm just gonna kind of,
14.
I'm just gonna kind of step to the side and
Yeah, you step to the
And
side
trip
and it
him.
just clinks off like a plate of armor. And he goes, sorry, captain's orders.
That's all I
And
was
he goes in
looking for,
again.
kid. That's all I was looking for, kid. You proved it. You're part of the crew now if you want.
When he sighs because of the like praise that he gets, he drops the dagger accidentally. You're like, and the dagger clutters to the ground.
Heavy.
this kid's gonna be
never
upset
drop
kid.
your dagger.
I'm in. Am I still in?
Alright. Go check on the sails. Don't touch the ropes. But go check on it.
Touch the ropes.
He said he's good with knots.
Don't
With nuts?
Yes.
don't run with scissors.
But the
This
dagger.
is like a scissor.
But, yeah. You know what, kid? Never mind. Give me the dagger. Alright, this is. How old are you?
10 and a half?
Damn it. Give me the dagger.
10 and a quarter?
I'll have to take this back to the crew member. Tony, where are the glimpses of Rory?
On your desk.
Yeah.
And on your bed. Under your bed.
What?
What, Tony?
That's terrifying.
In case of assassins.
What if I lay down in the bed, Tony?
I gave it a password.
And when were you gonna tell me this
So-
password, Tony?
Yesterday.
Tony, you're telling me. Tony,
Hey, Abyss.
you're telling
Let me take the kid under my.
Oh, yes. Alright.
Let me take the kid under my wing for a while.
Tony, you're telling me that you put a password in your captain's bed, and if he didn't say every night he would die?
It's a damn good thing I didn't try to go to sleep, Tony.
Well, he's got evasion.
He's got evasion. Thanks, Tony. We'll keep him there for now. Well,
It's just
Is
one
that all?
fireball.
hey, kid, what's your name?
Yeah, it's dead.
Rory.
Rory. Get good.
Get good.
Here, hang on to this gold coin. Try and take this gold coin from him.
What?
As we continue to deal with this kid, you guys approach, and it looks to be like a quaint little village, bigger than like what you would expect out of an old west town. Like it's got a couple of roads and like a section of neighborhood. You know what I mean? There's this. It's just a quaint built village, seemingly made out of wood.
Wood on the moon?
As you guys approach, what you'll understand, obviously, to be you'll get in a moment the village of Albinism. The ships descend, and you can, in fact, see a little a quaint Spelljammer dock with two spaces, both open. As you approach the area, you can see like humans, elves, dwarves, halfling, other races living in this place, sort of coexisting. Just a small group, but as you look about, all of the creatures that you see, whether they're human, elvish, halfling, tiefling, they all have one thing in common. They're all albino.
Oh.
Probably from being
That makes
Pale,
dark
pale,
side
pale
of it.
skin, sort of like pinkish reddish eyes. A couple of
Evolved from
them,
living here.
we'll say that there's a what looks to be like sort of a dock master, and then another woman, two women, sort of approach your vessel as you dock. I assume you guys dock.
Yeah.
I feel like we just
I
went to
okay.
like a rock bottom. Like from SpongeBob.
Right. Out of curiosity, you two, should we leave the kid with them on their ship because they have kids?
I
We have one kid
Yeah.
over on my ship. Shit.
Your
If
shit.
she says anything.
Depends on what you
Your
want to do with
shit.
I'd be
Does it-
willing to
You want
train
to
him.
go see other kids?
How's it for you? 2 ships.
How old are they?
I have a
Yes.
child.
Yes, Captain.
Alright. I'm gonna walk him over on the dock and be like, you see this mainland on the ship? There's children on there. Go find someone named Winter.
Yes, Captain. Runs
Okay.
off.
He just dives off the ship.
I go back over to my ship.
Winter, what are you doing?
First was planning on getting off.
Yeah. So you're on the top deck as it sort of descends. You can see Isabella, still concentrating on the helm, has joined you up here. And as you guys sort of move up quickly, there is a kid that just runs past you and starts going down into the lower decks.
Because he doesn't know who Winter is.
I was gonna take him in training.
Wow. Oh. Gonna go see what's up in this place now.
So you're not going to follow the kid that just came onto the ship?
I have no idea he's looking for me.
No, but I mean, you're just watching some kid.
Can I like do one of those? Hey, what are you
Yeah, it's
doing?
their ship.
Yeah, you can stop this kid. He comes onto your ship, and
Wouldn't he know who Winter is though, because he follows adventurers?
Oh, wait.
No, Winter.
History for the kid.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Would Winter really
he
be
was,
that big?
hey, he was in that fight with me.
Yeah.
So you guys should give him
I
advantage.
shouldn't.
Natural 18.
Yeah, he would know Winter.
Son of a
So he
bitch.
runs in and goes straight to you.
Mr. Winter, Mr. Winter.
Hi, I'm Rory. I'm the stowaway.
Stowaway.
Huh? I'm looking for Winter. Abyss sent me. Captain sent me.
Stowaway.
Sent you for what?
I'm supposed to find kids.
There is a single child on my ship.
She's less than a year old.
And she's a baby.
I thought you had 2 kids.
I didn't.
No, only my kid is on the ship.
I'll look after this little one, Nehemiah. It's okay. I can.
Isabella.
Right. You take the my familiar, and I'll just in case cast death ward on you.
Oh.
Oh, the child did.
No.
Isabella.
Isabella did
I was like, the child knows some powerful spells.
God damn.
Venom,
He's
no!
level 0.
Venom,
He's
stop!
a level 0.
Venom, stop!
Flick him in the nose.
He's a level
the
0.1.
Looks like your child.
Mine's less than 0.1. Mine's
Point
0.00000.
We give Tacoma
if you
a level
cross
every
a
6
portal
months.
and
And Kevin gets one
I'm
every 6
on
months
the-
too.
On the other side, I won't be able to help you with spells. But if you're on the right side, maybe I can cast through my familiar.
So it's a pleasure to have any help I can from you.
That's what she
You're too kind.
No, I didn't, no, that was bad. Bad timing.
You two share a kiss, and
Yeah.
then the baby giggles.
Oh
And,
shit.
You're lucky this time. What happens is there's like smoke out of her ears for a moment, and then she calms back down. But for a moment, her face gets like really, really red, and then it sort of ends.
babysitting.
I like the way you're taking that from The Incredibles.
I wanted to. Incredibles is a good movie.
Our Alexandria show is special.
And he's one of
Pay
the
attention.
Alexandria show is special.
Yeah, a regular kid will be easy.
Give her a little kiss on the forehead. This is Alexandria.
Yeah.
I'm going to go check out this place.
I would have left after I took the kid over there.
See, I've got.
Of course, you sitting
Yep.
You
Yes, I
see,
did.
there looks to be a human woman and sort of a dwarvish woman that looks to be the dock master. Both approach you, both like white hair, these like weird pink eyes, like bloodshot eyes. Says, "Welcome. We don't get many visitors around here. What can we do for you folk?" Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Magnolia. What are you called?
My name is Abyss.
Stu.
You can call me Isla.
Garrett.
Call me Snowflake.
Pleasure to you all. This is my friend Hyacinth. We sort of are the unofficial greeters of our community here.
Well, our Commodore Isla over here will
What is
tell you
Hyacinth?
exactly why we're here.
I would appreciate that.
We're
What is
here to
Hyacinth?
explore planets
She's the
for fauna and flora
Oh, save the game.
to see if we can find something to make a cure for human
Explore
disease.
extraplanar portals.
Yeah, explore.
Oh, we're here to explore the extraplanar portals.
Yeah, you can see. Sorry, I should have described. Coming in at the edge of the village, there's like a cliffside where there's like a larger sort of mountainous area that's on the moon, and on the cliffside there's like this black sort of section of it that is like near the bottom of it, and just no light is reflecting off of it, and it's sort of built up against this little village. It seems to have like built around it.
There is a
valley.
portal here.
Yes, if you're seeking interested in Shadowfell, this is one way to get through. Are you intending to pop in or stay a while? Because there are dangers with.
Well, what kind of specialties do you have here in your small little town?
Not much, I'm afraid. We kind of get by on barter, and we grow enough food for ourselves, hunt what we need to, thanks to the rare bounty that Artemis provides us.
That's fair. What about your brothel?
I'm afraid we haven't got quite enough folks here to facilitate such a place.
That's cool. Who's single?
The human woman who has been speaking with this sort of Irish accent. Well, a few of us are single. I believe you're taken, Magnolia, but I'm available.
What does she look like?
Well, she's this, I'd say like a thin human woman with, like I said, maybe like hair down to here-ish, like bottom of the shoulder blades, and she's got like straight-ish hair, but it's all white, and the pigmentation is very pale. Her eyes are bloodshot, which is a little unsettling, but I don't know if it's particularly bad for you, Auntie.
Right. Well,
She's
the lusciousness
fair.
of the red in your eyes reminds me of a sweet rose, and the paleness of your skin reminds me of the wonderful white snows up in the mountains. Would you like to possibly lay with me tonight?
I just put my shoulder on Vis's, my hand on Vis's
This
shoulder,
doesn't concern
and I'm
me.
like, I'm going back to the sheep.
I'm going back to this shit.
I'm gonna go.
Dude, she
It's always night around here.
Oh god, do I have to make a
I wasn't aiming down there,
Because
but
this is terrible.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
need to roll behind that.
Right on.
and okay. I'm looking around, and I noticed the plants and stuff.
Well, you noticed this one woman talk about food, and you noticed the names, but you haven't seen any growing plants. It still looks to be sort of like a barren moonscape around here.
Right.
Okay, so
Anything you guys need to prepare for after I'm done, we should probably go.
so where do you grow your plants?
Oh.
5 seconds.
We have a few
All right,
indoor greeneries that we've sort of made use of, thanks to a little bit of magic. Unfortunately, none of us here are magic practitioners, but we've been able to grow a few. I don't know if you've ever tried white asparagus or forced rhubarb. Very nice in the candlelight. We could grow some wheatgrass, microgreens, and mushrooms. We've had success.
Very interesting.
And then, like I said, we subsist off that and the game that our maiden provides us.
Artemis.
Artemis.
Artem. Okay, that's what I was saying.
We are upon her celestial bond.
Also, Gareth, while I'm occupied, you could take time to attune to your new item.
Yeah, I need to do. I'll do that once we get back on the ship, and
Well, I'm gonna be occupied for a little while.
I don't have. That's not enough time.
It's an hour.
Hours
I got
is
something.
enough
I got something else on my mind at the moment.
time. So an hour is enough time.
So I would be really appreciative if you could get somebody to give me a tour of your growing facilities.
Sure, I'd be more than happy to find one of our gardeners and see if we can hook you up with Dawn Tripto. Dawn like the sunrise, but we never see it. It's he's a man.
Okay. Gardener. All right.
You should be able to tell by the ears. Elvish
Elvish.
And we have venom.
Elvish guy named Dawn.
We have venom in the shop.
All right.
What are the other plants they can grow here? White asparagus.
Rhubarb, wheatgrass, microgreens, and of course mushrooms.
He's bloody good.
I'll let you get them doing some stuff. I don't know if I'm going to find him yet or if we're going to do something else first or not.
I'm wrapping it before I tap
What
it.
was the one before the mushroom?
Microgreens.
That way I make sure I have it.
Yeah. It's almost more a technique. But
He has a kid in my game.
Can I follow him?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna make this shit, but
Sure.
I think I just want to stay there.
You can go ahead and check out what they've got sort of growing. We'll get to that in a second. Would either of you like to explore this town?
So, you said there was the edge?
Yes. This like cliffside that the town is built up against.
Can I look down into it?
Oh, from
No.
above?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get up there. It takes you a little while, but not too long with the lighter gravity that's on this place. So you sort of look down and you can see sort of like the black is so black that it kind of reflects the village back at you from the angle that you're at, but it's like a photo negative where the reflection is all the inverse colors that it should be.
Cool. Can I stick my hand into it?
You try to stick your hand into it, but where you're at, it's just rock.
Okay.
From above, it doesn't approach that high.
Alright. Just wanted to see. Is that where we're supposed to go? In the hole? In the crater?
Indeed, in the simulacrum of Daedalus sort of approaches, and is like, to that end, perhaps we should wait until Abyss has concluded before tethering our minds telepathically.
Sure.
I will invoke my spell mastery of Long Strider.
Tony, if you want to go find some fun, go for it, buddy. With his negative one
Thank you.
Christmas one.
Don't know how, Captain.
Just give it a try.
just
I
have
roll,
to try.
I roll for Tony. He's got a negative one in charisma.
You
Negative
can-
1 charisma!
You can roll at disadvantage, and the DC is 10.
You can do it, Tony.
211.
A 5 and a
Wow, that's even worse.
Dirty 1.
2. Why couldn't it have been that? I rolled a 16 and an 18 on that one.
If only.
Damn it, Tony. I tried, buddy.
Tony goes up to a woman and like.
Damn, girl, you got big tits.
He goes up to her and goes, your pale skin is great.
Wham! You're pale too.
It didn't work, Captain. Sorry, mine did.
So you guys sort of.
shop around here?
There looks to be like a blacksmith, but you're not seeing much in the way of a shop.
I think it'd be interesting to see how many people can throw weapons.
Okay. Now you can kind of come over. There's like a figure working here.
So we're going to split up for a few
Great.
minutes? Is that what we're doing? Yes.
Well, I'm going to be busy for a couple
Yeah.
hours. We're just going to say I'm going to dinner for a couple hours. Alright? I don't know when the next
So you got plenty of time to do it.
I don't know
Yeah, I
what
got
kind
plenty
of
of
light
time to
years
do it.
we're going to go through, alright?
Trip 2 or trip 1?
Okay, we'll get through it.
Trip
So the
I was only saying a couple hours. That way they can have, if they like him going to the blacksmith,
Is there
Yes.
a bar?
possibly going.
we'll say yeah. There's
I'm gonna go drink at the bar.
Moon beer!
That's the total.
So as you go up to the blacksmith, you can see this like burly albino tiefling man, sort of. Hey there, nice meeting you. Name's Spyro Sagehand. You can call me Spyro.
Sorry, you can call me Snowflake.
Pleasure, Snowflake.
Where do you get your materials?
Well, we trade in some items, depends on what people bring in here, but we do have a couple of things of note here. And he pulls out this like really fine made dagger that's like a darker metal than really you've seen much like blades be made ever. And he just like holds it in front of you and is like, this here was made from a shooting star.
You have my attention.
We got materials around here that are hard to come by. Got it.
How tough is a shooting star?
So we're making a sort of iron alloy out of this one for what we can muster, but the real value, I'm told, is in enchantment. A weapon made from this can be applied for a more powerful enchantment more easily, if you know a wizard or an artificer or something.
Did I get a good look at it?
Yeah, he's sort of holding it and brandishing it now. Not in an aggressive way, but like in a way that lets you see the blade, but not so much the hilt. It's a dark metal, but it has a fine sparkle to it. You can't tell if it's just the starlight that you're because you're on the dark side of the moon, or if there's some like strange twinkle to it. But he says, I've got some unfinished weapons here, but also I sell some of the ores.
Oh.
Or what?
Want to have a look at the materials then?
Yeah. Pulls out like this large sort of tray. Looks like heat resistant or heat tempered. And on it there's like a couple of sort of standard like iron nugs that you can tell because there's a little bit of reddish tint to them. But then like a number of these are this sort of like it's like a dark gray blackish metal. It is like these weird chunks that appear to have been worn down significantly as they were like, well, you assume traveling through space, but they're like they have these strange sort of melty sort of look, and many of them are cracked or broken. You can see there are pieces that look like they would fit together on here, but they've just come apart.
I was actually going to say melty. Yeah.
A little bit in the way that like
Yes.
something
Kind of looks like
moves.
slags.
Yeah.
I take an assumption those darker ones are the iron alloy shooting star?
These are the pure samples. I've yet to temper them and mix them with these iron pieces here. That's why I've got them on the tray. But these are like the raw meteorite metals that we've been able to scavenge lately.
How much would it take to make maybe a short sword from it?
If we made a short sword, let's see, like from the hilt, probably be. I can make you a short sword for 75 gold. Just take me a couple hours.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what? That sounds like the best deal I've heard in a long time. I'll give him 80 instead for how nice he's good.
Ah, thank you.
How would you guys like 4 statues? It's only worth 1,200 gold.
So come by in maybe an hour and a half, and I'll have that ready for you.
I'm sure I might be gone a little longer than that. Just take your time.
It's fine.
Make
You
it
do have
perfect.
3 statues.
It's gonna be a hit.
Oh my god.
For 80, I will.
Yeah, hand it over.
All right.
I'll wait next to a.
He gets to work right away. He starts smelting something, and he pulls a little bit of like work stuff that he has out, and he begins to work on that.
Alright.
I'm looking for Don Tripoli.
So you could see sort of right. There's a figure that is like carrying boxes to and from this one like taller building that appears to be multiple stories. You can see, there's this like elvish figure with long white hair, similarly albino, quite large pointy ears, if I'm being honest, and sort of stepping through the door with like empty crates.
For a bar.
As they,
I'm not. I'm just.
they're like stepping through the door into this building. So you catch them. You're on.
It was a
You'd
reference
have known.
off of Night.
Boom, boom, boom.
And Stu is there as well.
Stu, you with me?
It's
Yep.
been a while.
Alright. Hello, I'm looking. You happen to be gone?
Oh, turns around.
My favorite character.
Yeah, I am.
Is the Easter Island.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is Roth. I'm a cleric, but I'm a farmer, and I'm very curious how you grow
Sure you could shoot.
on the dark side of the moon. How you can grow anything here.
That was
Oh yeah, well I'm a farmer too. Check it out. We've had to bring a lot of potted soil. That's one of the big things that we trade in around here. Check it out. And sort of
IT.
I will lead you into this room, which you realize, inside here there's like almost the entirety of the floor, inside the little pathway is covered in these planters.
Okay.
And you can
So like
see,
raised beds.
that you step in and the area here is lit by candlelight, and there are these like long stalks of like white rhubarb that are just growing out of here, and it's growing at such a rate, I'm told this is true, that you can kind of hear like a creaking coming from the plants.
I'm gonna walk up and I look close at him and reach up and just touch him, just see if I can feel any kind of energy.
Use
Just
a fly
Roll
trap.
my finger.
Made a
It
fly trap.
just feels like
It's
it's
a mimic for
Great new character.
You see
you're
it,
poisoned,
you die.
the
You see
growth
it
from
fruit
it.
on the table.
I was gonna
See
say,
if
what
it's close to it. One of the apples
what
is
stage is your character in?
It's
right
an
now?
apple mimic.
There's like
Oh,
sowing, growing,
yes.
and reaping, I think.
Yes, I'll go back and double check where I'm at. It's always the first one when if I'm not getting prepared for something.
Okay.
I'm in sewing. So
They have
sewing.
less than that, but every
You can
time
feel
slice
like
one into, it
as
just
you
becomes
touch
half a
the,
version of the original.
I wish I wasn't growing at this point, but yeah.
No, it's okay. As you
It
touch the
stops at
rhubarb,
eight.
you feel the seed in the soil, and there's like you can feel
Base up, yeah.
its
base of the plant.
energy.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Like it has energy of its own.
that it's expanding.
So, wow, this is very interesting. What makes it grow?
Soil.
It's a trick, we're told. You get fertile enough soil and limit the light exposure. You're able
No
to
soil.
still grow things still grow a couple of plants with actually added success. Rhubarb grows slower in the light. That's not the case for all of our plants, but we eat a lot of rhubarb pies around here.
Rhubarb is delicious. Hey, how would you like a loaf of bread?
I haven't had a loaf of bread in weeks. Thank you.
There you go.
You're offering this to me?
I'm just giving it to you.
Loaf of bread.
From I offer to you from Dimitri. Dimitri. I was going to say that wrong.
Yeah, I can pay it forward. Great. Sort of breaks it. Fresh. Thank you.
I try to keep everything fresh.
Rhubarb
Alright.
sandwich.
He puts a few mushrooms on it.
So Tim,
There's no
how does
sauce.
the plant grow?
Well, that was the question I was asking. How does a plant grow?
To the best of my knowledge, the rhubarb is uniquely able to grow on these low lights.
With soil! With soil!
Oh, is that what you're getting at? Jeez. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
No, sorry, we were over here. It was a joke going on over here, and I was like, soil, and he goes, dumbass, and I'm like, So we were just waiting.
Now
I'm
there's
like,
the
so what do you
soil.
grow it with, Tim? And you just.
Mary, quake the tree. I was sure through.
That's funny.
Oh, good times.
We're
So you're able to get sort of a tour through this space where they grow the different plants that I'll describe, sort of spacing the other four out on different sections. And you can see in some spaces there is like clerical light that is illuminating certain plants.
do you have a cleric around here?
Rarely not. We've got a staff, but
We got a
it gets
staff.
the job done most of the time. We only like one thing at a time with it, but unfortunately, none of us are really spellcasters.
Do you mind if I take a look at your staff?
Sure.
I look at your
Anything I can do to help Mike put more charge in it or something?
Looks to be pretty similar to the one that you received.
Okay.
It's at will, but it's only one at a time.
Okay. That's right, Dan. I forgot I got that. Alright. Well, that's interesting. I was wondering, man, maybe I could purchase a selection of all of the stuff that you've grown.
Oh, the time has passed, but my
Oh
brain
yes,
is not there.
sure. We can at the top I keep my
It's like,
stores.
oh no.
So yeah,
No,
we
I
can
didn't.
go through some of the things. How much would you be looking to purchase?
Well, I'd like to probably. Do you have enough to sell a crate of each?
That was so bad. I wouldn't expect
For
that.
crate of rhubarb, I can do 5 gold. For the other 4 crates, I can do 10 gold. But Ben, that would feed your. Are you the owner of that spelljammer that I saw?
I'm not the owner. I'm just a passenger.
You're the cook then, or are you just a farmer?
I'm just a farmer. I'm growing things. I have my own little area of growing things.
You look a talented one at that.
I've been doing it for quite a long time. Had a great teacher. So,
I believe I could say the same as well.
all right. So 45 gold is what we're talking about.
Yep,
Could you have it delivered to the spelljammer for me?
absolutely.
He says, stop.
Is there anything else you might want to tell me about?
Can't think of anything. Just because you're sort of in close proximity, will you make me a medicine check?
Medicine. Oh yeah, that's a good roll right there. That's plus 9, so 24.
The DC on this is 23. So as you're sort of looking, he's sort of like fidgeting and trying to think of anything else. No, can't really think of anything. You are looking at this individual, like I said, in close proximity, and you notice that on his like pale elvish skin, there are these 2 bite marks. Oh, these little pinpricks, like mosquito bites,
Yeah.
sort of side by side on
Right close together, like maybe teeth.
maybe.
No, that's why they do that.
So
That's why they're also
probably not going to say anything to him. So this is a. Oh crap!
Does she bite me during snakes?
No.
I just put 2 and 2 together.
What?
Well, I thank you for your patronage, and I need to go find my members of my crew.
Well, I'll have that delivered. Thank you for the payment. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, what is happening in my room?
He's having sex with that woman.
Just normal sex.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Is she
nothing
a
weird
little
about that.
colder than one?
She feels like a dead body.
Feels like a one night stand.
I love. Oh, I grabbed
about
you,
all
and I
right.
grabbed you, and I said, "Let's go."
I'm in the middle of something.
No, Stu.
No, Stu. I grabbed
Oh,
Stu.
okay.
So let's go. We got to find everybody.
Alright. What's happening?
Oh, he's over at the blacksmith.
I'll let you know as soon as we get everybody together.
He's at the
Alright.
blacksmith.
at the
Well, I
blacksmith?
paid for it and then I went back to the edge with Catalyst.
Both of you go ahead and make me a. Oh no! Not the shrink ship again.
Not again.
Stu and Garoff, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh shit. I think we need some light in here.
It's gonna be bad. Use that point and listen to
Dirty 20?
Like,
It's not bad.
There you go.
what was
check
it again?
some. Perception. You said dirty 20
7.
Dirty 20.
and a 7.
7?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Stu, you don't notice anything, but as Garoth is sort of leaving this building and making their way back towards the ships, you can see a figure that was like in an alleyway, slink into the darkness and attempt to hide from them. A pale figure that looks to be sort of like a human man steps into the shadows and attempts to get like cover from this.
I'm just gonna walk that direction, and as I watch my back, and I'm gonna go after him. Try to
I'll nod and I'll
I'm gonna
kind of I'll move his
step
way.
around where he slunk into,
I'll
and just kind of face him.
I'll guard.
So as you go into this alleyway, you can see that it turns behind the building, and as you move to the corner, you turn as well, and where you were expecting to see someone, you don't see anyone. Move forward, sort of look around. Make me another perception check.
I was gonna say I'm gonna reach out and kind of.
Test it.
Oh,
You can make
crap.
another one as well.
Perception?
Yeah.
Well, that one I'm only gonna do a 12.
I got a 15.
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
Maybe you should roll it.
I was gonna say
Screw
if,
this. Yeah.
if
Roll
I
the
believe as part of the new barbarian build, you can rage and add your strength to
yeah.
Can
perception.
he try the dice roll?
This is the wrong
Yeah, go ahead.
book.
Try a straight up dice roll.
I will allow you to in this case, yes.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, come
From
on!
a 1 to a 20. All
I
right.
hate
On the
that
middle
die.
For the record, Stu gets inspiration.
Yeah.
You gotta give off the metal die. No, I'm just kidding. Hand it over. No, not this time. So as you're looking about, you're so confused. How it was right there. Stu, you look up because you hear something climb onto the roof.
Okay. Can I? Can I see him directly, or is it just kind of?
No, it's whatever is moved has moved like onto the roof and is obscured itself from you, sort of crouched.
You notice its feet before it goes over the edge.
Well, since we're on low gravity,
I
Can
say
I-
he just hears it.
Can I?
You ready?
I tap your shoulder and point up to the roof.
I look up, and I say, "Stay right here. Somebody might be coming down in a minute."
All right.
I'm going to use my wings for the first time.
So for a whole minute, he has a fly speed equal to his movement.
All right, awesome.
I'm also gonna
So-
ready a hand axe just in case.
Okay, so your gargoyle wings flare out and sort of grow in this moment. You leap into the air to try and head this guy off. I guess I'm going to ask for initiative.
Me?
Oh, there's
All
one.
It's just the two of you right now, but I've only described one figure so far.
But you guys get the battle while I'm busy.
Oh, that's right.
18.
I don't have my
I rolled
shield.
17.
I rolled
outside,
18
killed
plus.
half the town.
What's my
What?
initiative?
What the
Plus
fuck?
10.
Ooh,
So
so
20.
Yeah.
there's that fittingness. Garoth, go ahead and go first.
Am I there?
As
I was
you,
thinking of that.
it's just the
No,
two
I'm
of
at
them
the
right
bar,
now.
okay.
Killing me.
You guys are nearby, but not quite in the area yet. So as you fly up into the air, you see this like hunched figure wearing these robes, sort of trying to conceal himself, like black robes, and it looks up at you, and it goes. You can see the bright fangs glint in the starlight.
That's what I thought.
Looks to be some sort of vampire spawn.
Very good. Alrighty then. Let's see, which do I want to do? I got a trident that returns to me. I like that. I like that. I think I'm going to throw my trident.
Okay, go ahead and
So I'm doing-
roll to.
I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying to capture his clothes. Pin his clothes.
Okay. How is your athletics? Oh, you have a giant strength, so you'd be adding a +5. Yeah, go ahead and make me an athletics check to attempt to.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's the second 3 I've thrown with that one. So that would make it an 8.
So you throw your returning trident, and it sort of strikes next to this creature. You're trying to go for its clothes. You see you just undershot it, and you hit into the wooden home, the roof, and it vanishes and appears back in your hand.
Dang it.
You have a bonus action. You gotta cast a spell yet, so you can still cast a spell. This is way too loud.
Hello. Alright, let's see. Let me look at my
Is there
spell
any
list
way I
here.
could have done that? Thug?
Oh! Yeah, that's because, yeah.
I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they have plenty of water.
Well, they do.
Great. I'm going to have to redo my
Well, we're probably gonna have to.
There's tyranny.
Oh, I meant like having to get them in for that.
I like how I have the bonus action down, so if I use a key point then, I can give it disengage. And I like how if I use flurry of blows normally I get disengaged because of my drinking mastery subclass.
Speaking, we've seen in the video.
Yeah, I've really got to redo my spells.
It is a Bella notice it?
Can I see these guys?
You are there. You need to jump up, but you have the jump to do that. While he thinks of a bonus action, you
Yeah,
are on deck.
go
So
ahead.
why don't you go ahead and do your turn?
Where would Winter be on the list?
I'll let you still use your bonus if you wanted to.
I don't have it. I really got to redo these.
I'll.
The
I
first
wanna-
time I've used spells.
I want to jump up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Bonus action shield pay is a good one.
Leap into the air. Because I'm already holstering a hand axe. I'll throw it.
Go ahead and roll a hit.
If you holster
Or
something,
not
you
holster, I mean
have it ready.
equipping. I already have a hand axe.
Do you want to rage? I think
I got
thrown
you,
weapons are. You get the rage damage bonus now.
I don't think I'm gonna
I
really.
got you, baby.
You do.
Hey, Logan.
You need
Where
to
would
rage.
Winter be on this map if he was at the edge?
Oh, at the edge, like up here.
All the way up there?
That's
Well,
a,
this is where the cliffside is.
that's
Oh.
a 19 to hit.
Hits.
So if I were to turn around and look down,
And I believe your hand axe has the Vex weapon mastery, so your next attack has advantage if you would like to make it.
Well, I already threw this.
Alright,
Or
what
you
did
just
it?
do stuff.
Okay. So yeah, I'll roll the hit again.
Yeah, like I said, at advantage. Go ahead.
24.
Also hits.
That is 9.
9 damage.
What was the first one?
Oh shit, how far?
It was a d6 plus your strength,
Am I
right?
out of range of my ring?
Yeah, which would have been a +3.
I'll say no, or not right now.
I think it was a 4. I think it was 1 on the last one.
Wait, so I'll add 9 plus 4. As your hand axe attacks, you throw him at this strange creature.
Oh, this is not the right book. I wonder if we can find anything.
Here, I got you, man.
Player's handbook. I was looking for a spell. I said, the spells aren't there. I wonder why. Thank you, sir.
Now it's the vampire spawn's turn.
I didn't even realize how far am I up?
We're gonna try and claw at each of you. I'd say about 120 feet.
It's going to try to attack us.
Yes.
I use my reaction.
Is that good?
It's called.
Just hold. Just hold.
I have no
Two
attack
branches of the tree.
spells.
I already
It's-
know. I thought it was.
When I wait,
Did you
I
not
can't
get
rage.
Guiding bolt?
I didn't rage.
Guiding bolt?
Oh,
Never
Yeah,
mind.
guiding bolt.
Not for this one.
okay, well, next turn.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna make a claw attack on each of you. First one's a natural 1, Stu. And then a 9 to hit. I rolled a natural 3. So I think that misses both of you. Because of a condition on this bite, I can't do that, but you're gonna see the vampire is going to bonus action disengage. 5, 10,
Yes, or
15, 20, 25, 30 is as far as you can get. Sorry, what would you like to cast? It's your turn again.
Aura of Purity on that previous one. Aura of Purity.
Is it a bonus action?
Yeah, bonus action. An aura radiates 30-foot emanation for the duration while I'm concentrating. We have resistance to poison damage and advantage on saving throws to avoid or end effects that include blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
Okay, so this aura sort of emanates out around you.
And
You
it's
said you
close
can
to
still
that
take a
30
turn.
foot, so
He's just moved out of your space now.
There's all that
Disengage.
stuff back
bonus
there. I
action.
don't even know
disengage,
what's
huh?
in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll have to go back
I
towards
have
him
stuff
if you
on
want
top
to
of the
try
wall
and
there.
attack.
I
I
will.
don't know about that black basket.
I'll go towards him.
Because of the way he climbed down, you can still sort of see him.
Other than that,
That's
I know
15
there's a load
feet.
in the dryer that's
Are you trying to
Fine.
throw another weapon?
I'm gonna hit him with it. Try to hit him with
Huh?
it this time.
Okay.
See, I don't have advantage on attacks.
okay.
Oh.
Ah!
It was cocked and then it landed flat.
It was up. It was a 2 or the 20,
No,
and it fell back onto the 20.
Nice.
That's amazing. Here, I'll take a picture of that.
That was cool.
Are you gonna also use
so
the
good.
topple? Make it prone? Make a save or be prone?
Oh, is that with?
That's the weapon mastery for Trident.
I don't know if this cleric has.
I should have given him a weapon mastery feat, and I chose Trident as one of them. Or did I choose the other one?
Well, go ahead and roll your damage.
Crap, I
Check
can't
your
read.
feet. Do you have weapon mastery in your feet section?
Weapon master, I do.
Because that's the
Okay.
only reason. That's the only reason I gave him the Trident as a weapon.
Does it
was-
say what the saving throw is? Because this is just a medium.
It's a Dex saving
DC
throw
DC 8 modified weapon modifier.
plus
DC
proficiency plus
14.
modifier.
DC 14 for topple.
Okay, DC 14 for top.
Actually, it might be higher because you have 21 strength.
Because
So
okay,
it would be 8 plus 4 plus 5, I think. It's
so
a magic
17.
item.
Okay, 17.
So is it a dex save or a con?
It's a Dex save.
Dex.
Okay. I roll another 1.
Oh shit.
Well, that doesn't save, does it?
He got proned and he takes the damage.
Yeah, roll the trident damage and double the dice for me.
Let's see. 1d8. Shoot, I can't read what I put in here. Where's
It's
trident?
a
at?
1d8 plus your
It
strength.
says plus 1d8 plus my strength.
Yeah, and then you would double the d8. So it's
Yeah.
this plus 5.
2. That's a 2.
So
So
9 damage.
Right.
9 damage.
Still not nothing.
And it also returns you after that.
Yep, and it knocks him prone. Right as the barbarian's turn.
Take
I
that
want to.
and technically go
Or
reach.
jump on.
Okay, so as part of being on the moon, if you want to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just leap onto this guy, you can do so.
And you attack with advantage.
Yeah. I will use my. I'll use my maul. +3 maul.
Go ahead and roll an advantage. Twice. And if you mark on your features and traits in D&D Beyond, there's a way to have it automatically add your...
I rolled a 21, and then I rolled a 30 plus 10. Or 20 plus 10, a natural 20 plus 10.
Okay, so
Oh, damn. Crit.
first one hits, second one crits.
Oh, wait a minute. Mine was crit.
Right?
You have to double that.
It's
You
going to
double
take you with
team.
the crit damage
Oh,
first,
double
though.
4, so... No, because you said 2d8. Okay.
He's rolling crit damage first because that's how he's reading on the
17.
You want to see the baby
for
suit?
the total.
Baby suit?
That's the crit.
Yeah, that's the crit.
17 for the crit.
And 11 for the regular.
Yep.
Then I got him 2 pairs of shorts. Go easy.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
And-
for
and-
sure bloodies this vampire spawn.
But because of how rage works, does anyone hear me screaming? Or is it because we're on the moon?
I will say Winter is the one that hears this right now.
Ah.
Roll initiative.
Okie dokie. Hooray. I get to look down and be like, oh, those
Yeah, I figure I would be the last one to hear
22?
any of this.
You rolled higher than the vampire spawn, so you're gonna get a turn before it.
I hate rolling the highs.
Well, right now we're just going to retcon it, and you're gonna go right now,
I
and then
know.
it's gonna be his turn. But after that,
Well, I mean,
it would be
I
your
just
turn
joined. I
again.
can skip this turn just to make it.
well, you might need to use your movement because you are really high up here.
So does our suits act like the fish suit stats?
Give me help.
It's
Or-
similar, but it does its own
Yeah, for
thing.
that, I guess.
I actually have it on D&D Beyond, but basically your movement speed is reduced by 5, and then you get a self-contained airspace, and you get resistance to fire and cold, and immunity to temperature conditions that would do damage over time.
Okay, so I still keep my movement speed.
Yeah, it's just reduced by 5.
Just reduce my 5.
And
you said we were have long striding?
yeah, so you're actually up 5.
Okay, so up front. Yeah, okay.
It's
So I'm
minus
at
5 plus 10.
65 at the moment. I'm gonna take a bonus action dash for 130.
Yeah,
Okay,
make sure
well,
my
let me
hair's
pull.
back. But it's not needing really that much.
If it's 120 just to get back down to the line, I'm gonna just do me an extra. Oh, going all the way down.
So it's like 120 this way, but it's only like 80 feet from where you were as the crow flies. But you're moving like your whole movement to jump down here. Regardless, you got slow fall. It's just this one's working for you
You want me
because
to
you
put
can
some of
you can
this,
sort of jump
pre-
diagonally in a
Okay.
parabolic arc.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead and take 2 attacks
Time to have
We don't
fun.
look good on
at advantage.
I'm gonna first look at the cleric as I'm
I
falling
love
down
this
and be
right
like,
here.
you
This
want it
is my
alive
favorite
or dead?
Alive.
Alright, I'm
But you
armored
can knock him
attacks.
out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and knock him out and knock me
Okay.
strikes to the head. One. I'm not rolling you anymore, that's a nat 1.
Oh,
Not another
Second
one.
you rolled a
attack.
couple now once.
Does a 16 hit?
That is its AC. Yes.
Okay, so, and then I'm going to, I already used the bonus action. So
You have advantage, didn't you?
oh, I did have an advantage, so that would have been my second roll for my first attack. Never mind.
Right. So go ahead and roll once more at advantage.
Wow, I only rolled a 15 that time. Great. For my
my second
Bummer.
attack.
15 just misses, but you can roll damage.
I can roll damage. It's just hope it's good. That would be 10 plus
It's not nothing. It's looking worse. It is its turn now, so it's going to right itself.
It killed something.
Actually, today there was a stowaway kid on my.
I have something that says it starts with if the creature C starts with a turn within 30 feet, you can take a reaction. Summon spectral branches around it. Target must succeed a DC 15 strength check or saving throw, or be teleported to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of you.
I'm gonna roll this black cat die.
Or in the nearest unoccupied space you can see.
So, functionally, what you're gonna do is reduce its speed to 0 and prevent it from even standing. If you can pull off this reaction.
Well, yeah. Well, I want to teleport it to.
It's just gonna
Is
run.
that is the roof 5 feet?
No,
It's
there's
like
none.
10 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Strength check.
But
18.
right now,
Ah.
So it's
my character
it
is
pushes itself off,
having sex
stands up.
with a moon chick.
No.
It's gonna try and run.
Nope.
You just used your reaction, but Winter, you're gonna make an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
5, 10,
She know me
15.
That was a 19 plus 10 sound.
Definitely hits. You don't have sentinel, do you?
I used to, but because of the new rules, I couldn't take it.
Cheater.
Oh, okay.
7 damage.
I knew you were such a cheater. Should have listened.
Taking
Oh,
67
these
points
were
of
with my
damage.
buffers,
for
by
this
the way.
counting. Yeah, you see the blood starts to sort of like. I guess there's one thing you can do when you hit someone if you're trying to
Oh,
keep
a
them
stunning
there.
strike.
Would you like to
Make
spend a key
that-
point?
Yeah, make that con save.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the same die that just rolled this
Oh
one.
my god.
It's the same bonus.
We're not in that.
That
game
one
yet.
rolled a 9.
Does that mean you're still cheating?
My DC is 17.
So as
Ask
Stu's
David if it's
reaction attempts to bind it to the earth, it's able to push itself off and starts to run away, and then boom, gets stunned
Great
and
punch to the
loses
back.
the rest of its turn. It should have disengaged with bonus action, but instead it tried to dash.
Even then, I'd be the only one keeping up with.
I'm on the
That
boat.
technically is
I'm
cheating.
on
It's the monk turn again.
I'm
It's the
having
monk's
sex
turn again with Garoth
human
on deck. We are
and
sort of
woman.
running out of time,
Oh,
so
is it?
I'm a snake
Yeah.
he's
person.
looking bad, and you have advantage. Oh, sorry.
He's
The
cheating.
stun happens until the start of your next turn, unfortunately. So the stun wears off because
What?
you rolled the 22.
I
He
don't
just lost
think-
his whole
Yeah, he lost his whole turn.
because of an attack of opportunity.
So that's a
You
24.
love me.
Hits.
Nope, I do. I am going to go hang with
That is a natural 20. Alright.
Nice. Okay, so roll.
First
Yeah,
damage.
roll your damage.
Nope.
That one is
Ain't gonna
11.
do it.
Second damage.
Yeah.
That one's 16.
How do you want to do this? You said you were doing non-lethal?
Non-lethal, yeah. So as soon as he comes out of it, I'm just gonna do I don't know, just a quick 1-2 combo to the temples, one with the left, and next with the right,
I'm
making
gonna
sure,
go sleep in my
making sure his head goes straight into the ground.
Yep. And as you do, boom, out like a
Are
light.
you kidding me?
Good night, Irene.
Why would I
You
like
leaving us?
You're gonna keep sleeping.
Not yet.
And,
We
and-
got
There you
Right.
go, Mr. Gargoyle.
We need to get him back. We need to get him back to the ship
At least time.
without anybody seeing us.
You want to get on the ship without anyone seeing us?
No, without
Let me show your true color.
anybody around here seeing us.
It's
Anybody have a cloak or
It's just he
something?
doesn't
Oh,
want
it's worth it.
people to eat
And
I hope
why
it's
would that
them.
be?
He also
I
wanted.
don't even know if it is because for one.
Well, if this whole village is vampires, They're gonna come after us.
Too, I'm.
No, you can go back in there.
What makes you think all of them are vampires?
Fuck you, no.
The guy I talked to appears to be a vampire.
I went to the blacksmith and paid $80 for a sword as a gift. I can't be seen with you guys after this.
I can.
Won't be any issues if we can get back to the ship without anybody seeing it.
Fine. I'll take my rope and tie up this thing.
Would you guys like to attempt a stealth check, the three of you?
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
No, well,
Stu, I'm pretty sure that with your primal knowledge, you can replace your dex with strength for this one. I don't know if it makes a difference, but theoretically, you can also use your bonus action to extend your rage each turn and rage stealth and have advantage.
let me try something
Stealth,
here.
right?
I'm pretty sure that's how the primal knowledge works.
I do have a plus 13.
That was a 6.
Use a +6 or you roll a 6.
So roll 6.
Which do you need a plus in, Roscoe?
No, I've
That
already
was-
If that shirt don't
29.
take it back and go from price, you gotta lower or take it to the other
My stealth is my best roll.
So he rolled really good for stealth. You rolled really low for stealth. So what did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet. I'm not. I don't need to. You need to stay stealthy. I will be a distraction.
No, don't be a distraction. I can just. If we all go.
So I'll just walk normally through the town
Be normal.
and be normal.
I'll go
But
around all the.
they'll be looking at
nooks and
me,
crannies.
and you'll be
If you
stealthy.
ever get to see
I'll just jump from rock to rock.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Bella showed me.
So what am I doing? Am I just,
Yeah.
I'll go with
You
him.
failed your stealth
Yeah.
at this point.
Well,
You just go with
I was
me.
gonna get
Yeah.
one too.
Try and stealth with.
But she got the black one, not the white one.
I would say
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah.
for this part, trying to walk normally through town. Give us your charisma. You said, would you make me a deception check?
I can cast this enhance ability on myself, right?
Yeah, that would give you advantage on it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, enhance ability, second level.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
I want it to
Oh, that's why they're
come
wondering.
down to this. That'll be interesting.
Well, yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
I need to too. Before we leave.
My charisma's still a +1.
Could I give him a
So 9.
advantage on this? Oh wait, here we go.
I only rolled a dang 9.
With him.
Things I did not get you, but I gave it to
Because I'm also going to spend my
What?
Okay, failing your stealth check, you can attempt a deception roll.
Well, you need, if they don't fit
Are we
you,
trying to be
they
deceptive?
might not
You're
fit.
trying to appear normal in an attempt to obscure him. I wanted you to make a roll because he made a
Well, we get,
roll.
no shorts,
It's
we
not
can
good
take that.
because it's a -1.
Did you already roll or are you considering it?
No, I'm just saying my negative.
That
If my
one they
rolls
did
a
not
negative.
fit her. Well, I need
What
to
did you
see
roll
him
then?
No,
because
it's a 14.
if
What I roll, I have to add
you
negative
know,
ones to.
she doesn't
But I
really
just
plan
rolled a
that
14.
she don't even 16 years old.
Okay.
No, I rolled.
You rolled a
I
50.
rolled 50. My actual.
A 14's not bad. I'll say as the two of you are like attempting to stealth, and Garoth sort of moves off into the path to appear nonchalant. There's a very, very close moment where a person like basically catches Stu and doesn't realize that they've caught Stu because Winter is able to slink into the shadows with just enough time, but carrying a body on your own is pretty difficult, even if it is a vampire undead spawn of some sort. Right. It's still kind of an ordeal, but you're able to make use of it without having to make a bunch of strength checks, I think. So, as Stu, like, pops out and is trying to act nonchalant, like, oh, I'm just a visitor here, the person sort of looks confusedly at you and sort of keeps walking. Okay.
I'm taking it to the black tent because I don't want that thing on fire. Shit.
After a very close call, you are able to sneak onto the black tentacle with the dockmaster beaten unconscious. Rocky, we're stowing a vampire in your ship.
I don't know. I'm not there.
I know, that's the
I
problem.
think one day.
Oh, Tony!
And y'all, I think, she thought you were Goldie. That's so sweet.
Aw.
I think that's where we'll have to leave it. Tune in next week, like I said, for the epic 4-part finale to this section of Mediterrania Unrest. We'll be back.
Subscribe!